I could have told you. I mean, I went out to the studio when I was 17. Nunford Roadhouse was always quiet, you might say. And obviously, those persons that had to run in with the law were doing something wrong. Well, that's what the law says. I held up for a hire car for an hour at Tullamarine, and I only had an hour and a half to get to Kovacs from Tulla. It was a V8 SLE. I got pulled up before Ballarat. I think that's where I was going. I don't know which one. The senior sergeant and fella came into the blue light disco and he said, "Excuse me, Mr. Stroll, you own that SLE corner inside?" I said, "Yeah, well, I know. It's a hire car. I drove that up." "Yeah, well, I've got motor traffic copper that's been tracking you for the last 40 miles and he hasn't been able to catch you." Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce David Adamson.
Fine. Okay, I'd like to open with an apology to the members of the public who have unfortunately been affected by the police, by the police. Hang on, I've lost my place. Yeah, there we go.
Take two.
Lurch, you know, I've been 4 days now. I'd like to open with an apology to the public for the police blitz. I've been over the records from the police and they've sort of given us a list of the people that they have said have spared. We've sort of discovered that about 50% of the alleged infringements involve people that have nothing to do with the event. So all the information that you get on the radio that says there were 50 speeders and 60 this and 60 that, 50% of it doesn't even belong to us. To clear up any misunderstanding, I would like to point out the following. On the Friday morning, I advised the Victorian Police Force of the start location. On the Friday afternoon before the start, I also advised the Victorian Police Force of the location of the checkpoints, the crossroads, what have you, and the finish. Before the start, the police scrutinised the vehicles and said they were all okay, and they were quite satisfied with the condition of the vehicles. The Victorian Police said to me that they would notify the South Australian and the Western Australian Police, but to leave this to them, that they would do it for us. It was their job. About 14 hours before the estimated finish time, I handed to the Fremantle Police a map and details showing the route into the city and the finish location. I don't know if any of you read the paper this morning. They said we didn't do that. Locations due to infringements handed out by the police department. And we are waiting confirmation from the police department. We have phoned them several times today and they haven't returned our calls, so we can't confirm anything at this stage. So to read out anybody's names would be premature and be unfair to the people concerned. So we're not going to read out who was disqualified until we can confirm it with the police department. Okay? Great. Now with the good news, what we're going to do now is basically just go into the winning team. We'll tell you who won. We'll get that out of the way, and for the rest of the night we'll just sort of hand out prizes to the individual teams. I'd like to congratulate and welcome Charlie Kovacs and Leonard J. Walsh.
They had moustaches. Congratulations, guys.
Thanks very much, Phil.
Right.
Thanks, Phil.
There's your trophy.
Oh, beauty.
Nice to see the one-tonner with the dual wheels at the back came home. Speech for the winners, of course. We've got to have a speech, don't we, Les?
What about the... Not really.
Oh, the check? No, I've got it on good authority.
Get Shirls.
No, mate. Which company do you want? They're all running out. Oh, here it comes. Here's the check. Legit. Oh, it's one of them open flank ones. How here? There we go. Oh, mate, it's made out for the correct amount. Gee, that's nearly as much as what I would have liked to have made on the Skype. Yeah.
Missed that again.
Didn't have to drive to Perth, though.
You've done it easy. Just a few quick words, if you don't mind. First of all, I'd like to congratulate the organisers of the Cannonball Run. I'll give them 10 out of 10 for the effort they put together. It wouldn't be an easy job. They met with a lot of flack, as did the competitors. But they didn't fall under the pressure and they persisted on. And we had a run. I'd like to congratulate the other competitors who, without their help, we wouldn't have a run at all. Unfortunately, due to the wrath of the WA police, I feel sorry for the people who did incur some heavy penalties, be it a night in lock-up or heavy fines or a lot of inconvenience. Whether we are in a cannonball run or whether we drive from the hometown to see our neighbours or visitors, if you exceed the speed limit, I feel that if you get knocked off, well, so be it. Now, this run shouldn't be any different in circumstances to going down the road to see your neighbour. If you happen to exceed the speed limit, you get knocked off, so be it. What we can say for this run is that, as it was previously advertised, death race, police condemn, yah, and rah. Nobody got hurt, nothing got damaged. All cars that entered, all people that entered, came back undamaged, unscathed, a little weary after all the hours of driving, and all the brief encounters with the law. And I better hurry up.
Have you got a partnership agreement?
Equal time.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, I'm raving on. Yeah, well, thanks to people who put it on, thanks to the competitors, and I was just one of the lucky ones. And believe me, that's a major part of this run. It's just damn luck. A lot of people were in the wrong place at the wrong time, a lot of people in the right place at the right time. And we just happened to be in the right place at the right time, I think. Thank you.
I figured that we were about the best team going, you know, when we planned it. And I realised, well, yeah, I suppose we won, but we realise now, having spoken to others, that everybody put in a pretty big effort, to varying degrees, but a big effort, and a lot of people could have won. A lot of people could have won, really. There's a fair bit of luck involved getting through unscathed, I suppose. As Charlie said, we discovered that in Western Australia. Gee, don't have to do too much. And sometimes nothing. That's another story. Anyway, I think we've all got great tales to tell. It took us, 32 hours to get over here, with a couple of hours for stops in a couple of places for one reason or another, and lots and lots of hassling and delaying tactics applied to us, as I know it was done to just about everybody as well. So, a million stories to tell. I hope it continues. We'll defend next year. Is that out of order?
Well, so that's the way it's going to be.
Yeah, we'll defend next year, so see you all again. But, and lastly, just thanks once again to the organisers for putting the show on and everybody else concerned, and most of all to all our fellow competitors. Some of them gave us a hell of a lot of encouragement. Those buggers in that bloody
Okay, there's got to be a winner of the event, and you guys are it. What do you think you put down your success to winning the Cannonball Run?
Well, we thought it might have been a lot of planning, a lot of forethought.
and a bit of luck.
We thought it was, but as it turned out, I suppose it's a
lot of planning, a lot of forethought,
and a bit of luck.
A bit of luck.
Yes.
Now, you weren't actually driving a car which you'd deem a good rally-type vehicle. I mean, it was a one-ton ute with 6 wheels, so I mean, it's not the average rally-type car.
No,
it's different.
No,
Do you think it helped?
Yes, I think that was a lot of our...
Well, mate, we're on. We weren't going off-road too much. It was a highway-type vehicle, capable of handling the extra weight for the fuel we were carrying without being unstable, without incurring the wrath of the law again for unsafe vehicle or not properly secured or whatever. The vehicle was the ideal vehicle to handle the workload, and we just couldn't go wrong with it.
What about fatigue? I mean, because it's a long way for two people to drive in 32 hours. Is it a drain on the body physically?
Well, we were a bit surprised. It was a lot easier than what we thought it would be. You encourage each other as you're driving along. You've got a lot to do. We had a bit of trouble with the law. I mean, everybody had a lot of trouble with the law, and so you're very keen to notice them, and you're watching for them, and you know, you keep the driver alert by being vigilant.
Plus the excitement of it all. The novelties wore off, I suppose. Would have kept one going for half the duration, or over half the duration. The activities of the law would keep you going for the other half, I suppose. You had to be on your toes all the time. As in our case, we happened to be up the front towards the end, and it got very hectic, and you couldn't afford to relax. You couldn't afford not to do the right thing. So that sort of kept us going for the rest of the race.
You've also thrown out a challenge to defend the Cannonball Run for next year too.
Yes.
Well, my friend has, yes.
So the 10,000's going to a new car, is it?
We might spend that in the meanwhile, but well, I think we could possibly improve this one, and if we have a new car, it'll have to be a hell of a lot better than what this one is. So
Whose car is it?
Charlie's.
We're
Probably
mates.
be mine next year.
We're mates.
Thanks, guys.